Well, hello, friends. Man, like I'm in a runway or something going on around here. We are back, as you can see. I survived last night. We're just going to wait a little bit, let everybody get in here. I know there's a lot of YouTubing happening on the internet tonight, it seems like. A lot of other YouTubers have figured out my success. They want to be like me. They want to be like me. You don't need to delete. They want to be like me. So if you guys are going to catch us on the replay, just give it some time for everybody to pile in. Oh, another busy day. Another strange day. But I guess that's all right. I forgot to clip Lily's nails today. I've been meaning to clip her nails the last couple of days, and I just haven't done it. So maybe I'll remember to do it tonight. I don't know. Three people watching. Thank y'all for being here. We appreciate it. I hope this beautiful day finds everybody beautiful and warm and all that mess, because it was cold here today. I will say that. So, 9 people watch y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you for coming in. Give us a thumbs up if you would. I think we got enough light in here. Yeah, looks like we got enough. It looks kind of dark in the house today for some reason. Let's turn another light on. What do you guys say? I'll take you with me. We'll go find a light over here to turn on. Riley's in the house. Thank you for being here, Riley. Today seems a little better. I felt like I was sitting in the dark there for a little bit, so I wanted to turn another light on. Well, thank you for being here, Riley. Thank you for asking. Crystal Lynn. Dawn Day Chef. Same here. Cold in Alberta, Canada. Yeah, I'm sure it's probably a lot colder than, come on. I got to get Daisy situated, you know, our little dog with heart failure. And Lily's okay, so I think I can pay attention now. The dogs are in their little spots. Crystal Lynn, how are you doing in Canada? We got a lot of good followers up in Canada, so we enjoy the folks from up north. Funny Cartoons in the house saying hello. You guys all greet each other and say hello. If you have a YouTube channel, let me know. It'd be great if you guys will give us a thumbs up. It'd be really great if you subscribe to the channel. So we usually have a pretty good live stream. It just takes a little bit for it to get going. Funny Cartoon has a YouTube channel. And what is your YouTube channel about? Funny Cartoon, which I'm assuming it's probably about funny cartoons. Dennis is in the house, and Crystal Lynn. Hey, let me get read this. I'm doing good. I've been having some trials since my cousin died. But I have faith. Well, Crystal, it's very difficult, and we talk about trials and tribulations on this channel a lot. We do. And maybe if you stick around a little bit, we can give you some words of encouragement and advice. And of course, we're sorry about your loss. And there's really no easy way through it. There's no right or wrong way. It's your way, and that's okay. Dennis is also from the great country of Canada, believe it or not. You guys all say hello to each other. He just gifted 5 memberships to our YouTube channel. Thank you. Farting Cartoon says, I will send 1,000. All right, that's great. I have a PayPal account right up there. We're doing a program called Rice for Life. You just donate your money to that PayPal account, and that goes to feed the children of the Philippines and provide them with rice for the new year. My YouTube channel, I can't even talk. My YouTube channel is about trauma and real life experience. Okay, well, I'm gonna go visit you. I'm gonna screenshot so I can get back and see your channel, okay? I'll subscribe to you after I get done, tonight or tomorrow, but I promise I'll go check you out, all right? So let me thank you all for giving us a thumbs up. We need some of those, and for subscribing to the channel. Dennis, how are you doing today? Dee's in the house. Hey, how are you? Thank you for being here, young man. We appreciate you. Funny Cartoon says, sorry. Okay, you don't have anything to be sorry about that I know of. Sorry about the doggies. Yeah, today they're doing okay. I'm still really confused what's going on with Daisy, the one with heart failure. I don't think that thing she's going through is heart failure. She's going through heart failure, but what we experienced yesterday and the other day, I don't think it's heart failure related. Nice, same here, Dennis. So that's, yeah. See, Crystal's from from Canada. I would say from Dennis's home, but Dennis doesn't own Canada, so she's there. Yes, I am. We are currently living in Northwest Arkansas, so the opposite side of the state of you. Enjoying the snow. Oh my God. If you know where I know Jonesboro very well. Been there many of times. I used to go to, well, you wouldn't know it. It's not that called anymore. I used to go to a community college there and do conferences and lectures. So I know that area very well. Especially from Paragould, yeah. It's a nice little area. It's kind of a boring area, to be honest. It's not going to be one of the most exciting places in the world. So, but Crystal, concerning your relative, your cousin who passed away, sometimes we just got to take that one day at a time, so to speak. I know that's kind of a cheesy way to put it, and I personally believe, and I absolutely 1,000% believe this, that no matter what your personal religious beliefs or non-religious beliefs, at least when you pass away, you're no longer in pain and suffering. No matter how short or long your life was, I don't believe that that's the end of the story. So, Paragould, Arkansas, yes, it is cold here. It's not snowing. It is 36. It's been cold all day, kind of cold and yucky and rainy today. Tomorrow's supposed to be about the same. It's supposed to warm up about maybe in the 50s here over the weekend for our big Christmas party that we're getting excited about. I got some exciting news about that I'm going to tell in a little bit when everybody else kind of gets in here so they all will know. We got some good news about the party. At least I'm excited about some of the things. Look at that. Dee was gifted a membership by Dennis. Dee, I would highly recommend you say, hey, Dennis, thank you so very much for covering my membership. There's Simply Nanette, which is a great YouTube channel, by the way. And let's see, where did you go? Crystal, let me know if you're still here, and I'll turn you blue if you are. It says, hello, host, Assembly Nanette, how are you? What is going on in your part of the world? Thank you for the Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you, too. My wife is at work, so it's just the good-looking me. My house seems dark today, and I don't know why, but I think it'll be all right. Very good here in the Philippines. Yes. Yes, we've spent a couple of Christmases in the Philippines ourselves, so we know what it's like there. And but we're glad you're here. We're glad that you're supporting our channel. We try to get out there and support everybody we can. And I know one thing, we need all the support we can get. So it is truly appreciative. We're having a big Christmas party this Saturday. You're welcome to fly in from the Philippines if you want and join us. It's Saturday the 14th. It's going to start about 5 p.m. in the evening. We got some really cool things going on with it that we kind of put together today, some additive things, which I'm excited about. And we're going to live stream it if you can't make it in all the way from the Philippines. So starting at 5 o'clock, hang on, I got to help my dog. What is it, Poo-Poo? My dogs are very particular about how they like to lay on things. So if it's not just quite right, I have to go fix it. Yeah, we're going to live stream it starting at 5 all the way through the party. So everybody will get to see what an American Filipino party is like for Christmas. It's going to be very exciting. A lot of people are very excited. Yeah, Dee, it's all right. I figured you just missed it or forgot it. Like, we are in the northwest corner of the state. So we're in the opposite side of where you're at. So we live in the good part of Arkansas, and everybody else lives in the bad part of Arkansas. It's a joke. It's a joke. But so something in that, yeah. They're working on games. They're going to be doing a dirty Santa, I think is what they call it, or I think it's called White Elephant or something. I don't know. So the girls are getting excited about a lot of things. We are going to have a lot of good food, of course, as you know how Filipino parties are. There will be karaoke in, whether we want it or not. So there will be karaoke in, but it'll be a good time for everybody. Crystal. I know I don't know you well, but I'm going to go ahead and turn you blue if you want to drop the link to your channel, okay? So Crystal Lynn, if you want to drop your link, you can do it, okay? I'm doing pretty good today. I'm still a little tired. I got sick last night on the live stream. My heart, I was suffering, I have heart failure, and I manage it pretty well. Oh, how you do that, Crystal, is this. I'll tell you real quick. Just go to your page, like your page, not your studio. Copy and paste your link into the chat. That's all you got to do. So just copy, your YouTube channel. Like mine is Adventures of the Philippine American Couple, blah, blah, blah. On YouTube, you just copy that and throw it in the chat. That's it. But I'm doing somewhat better today. I have a lot of decent days. I never have a good day anymore. I will admit, because I know there's a lot of people that subscribe to our channel that has health issues. And I tried to be honest about that. And we try to have an open dialogue about health issues, personal issues to a point. And hopefully that we can find encouragement and understanding and or something that may work. So last night I had one of my heart episodes, is what I call it. We don't know what truly causes them. But while I was live, that's why I had to get off so abruptly, because I was going downhill very quickly. and I didn't want to see you. I didn't want anybody on live to see me tank, so to speak. So I didn't want that. So, because what happens to me, and I'll tell you kind of what happens. There you go. There you go. And people can just now go on and click on that and see it. It looks like you did it right. People should be able to click on you. The other thing that if they're blue, they can click on your name and stuff. So you just take it right out of your what do they call it? The search bar on your YouTube channel. Maybe if one of our other people that come in a little bit, they can try to find you and see if it worked. But with I live with heart failure. I live with lung function issues, lung disease, not diseases, and kidney failure, and a lot of other little minor issues. So when I have these weird little episodes, we don't know what triggers them. We don't know what causes them. We don't know if it's the lung disease that starts it, and then the heart disease follows, or vice versa. We don't know anything. Doctors don't know. They have no clue. Because you got to remember, doctors, all they do is practice. They practice medicine. They don't do medicine. They practice. Practice, practice, practice. So, but what happens is, of course, I get a little out of breath doing nothing, get a little confused, which is probably a normal thing for me. I get a little confused, get tired. I usually break out in a bad sweat. I will have literally sweat rolling out of the top of my head. My body temperature goes up dramatically. And it usually lasts, 5, 10, 15 minutes. Last night it felt like it was lasting a little longer. And I will admit, it took me an hour to recoup from it. It took me quite a while. Usually when the episodes happen, so they happen 5, 10, 15 minutes max. And then I kind of adjust, and it takes me about another 15 to 30 minutes to feel, all right, I'm back to normal. But last night it took a good hour to feel, and it may take a little longer than that before I started feeling back to normal. Yeah, it's not good, but we've done so many medical tests and procedures that we have no clue why, how, if, and what, Everybody, and thank you for reminding me, simply, if you guys will all say hello to each other, that's how we won. In order to help my channel grow, the more we have in the chat was what we need. The more thumbs up we get, the more times that you people recommend our channel, recommend our live streams, shout it out. But the more chats that we do, YouTube goes, oh, well, that's a busy live stream. I want to share that with more people because I'm going to be honest, the YouTube is all about the money. They're not about us, they're about the money. So if they think we have a large audience, then if somebody super chats us or buys a membership, then YouTube gets 30% of it. So they're trying to play the odds. So that's why they're so helpful if we're really busy. So how do I manage or cope through an episode and do not have a support system? Well, I'm going to tell you a couple things. I will. Simply, and Crystal is saying hello to you simply. Thank you for that, Crystal. Remember, the only real support system you ever have, no matter if you're in a room full of 100 relatives, is yourself. And I don't mean to disparage family members or people that mean well, but the honest fact is, and maybe Simply, who's a smart woman, might have some advice in this area too. You are your best support system. And I know this is cliche or the hardest thing you can do, but every day you just get up. You don't try to justify anything. You just get up and you keep going and you keep doing. And when you have a bad moment, you have a bad moment. when you smile and think about all the wonderful things that you and your cousin did or your family member did, then you do that. And here's what happens. I preach something else, especially to young people. I preach about positive equals positive, negative equals negative. I preach this, I've been teaching it for years. I'm not a preacher, I don't preach it. I teach it, and I've been teaching it for years. Positive thoughts gives you positive rewards. Positive things happen. In YouTube Studio, YT suggests many things on how to do a YouTube channel. They do. We try every one of them. Or at least we attempt to try every one of them, right, simply? But I don't do what YouTube, yeah, we've tried, and some work and some doesn't, right, simply? You know, yeah. But what I want you to do, and this is coming from somebody who's done a lot of life coaching in my career. I used to be a college teacher. So here's what I want you to do. When you start feeling sad about it or negative about it, I want you to immediately stop and think of something positive from memory. You know, my brother died a few years back from alcoholism. He could have lived if he just didn't drink, right? So I look at that as what a wasted life, you know? What a wasted life. He could have still been alive today. But instead of dwelling on that, I reminisce about all the times we went fishing, all the stupid crap we did as kids, you know? And I mean, we did a lot of stupid crap. Positive thoughts, positive feelings, positive. And eventually the negatives and the moody days, the gloomy days will drift further and further away. And what you have left in a couple years is a whole bunch of positivity, good thoughts, warm thoughts about your loved one. That's what you do. You got to stop and go, I'm thinking negative. Even sad is a negative emotion, right? So when you're really sad, you got to realize, okay, I'm being sad, but I need to be happy about the time the person got to spend on earth, about the time we got to spend together. That's what you have to do. Well, yeah, and I'm going to tell you, Crystal. Crystal says, yeah, I will continue to try to do that. You practice meditation, but it takes me places sometimes. Yeah, and to be honest, I don't know enough about meditation. I don't meditate. I've been in a coma before, and I got a lot of PTSD and crap in my skull, and I have squishy brain syndrome. But I don't do that because I think, and I have a tendency to go down rabbit holes myself. You know, I mean, I really do. I've been really bad over the years about driving that bus into the ditch, getting it stuck in the mud, and then everything just goes to hell from there, right? I think sometimes when we do meditation, from what I understand and what I tried I had a therapist try to convince me to do meditation. I'm like, no, hell, this makes me think of the negative shit too much. I don't want to do that. So, and if you like meditating, that's great. But you just got to keep doing that. It's kind of, I know that old saying where they say time heals all wounds. No, time really doesn't heal all wounds. It's you who heals those wounds. And if you have positive thoughts, you're going to get positive results. If we dwell in negativity, we're going to have negative thoughts. Thank you all for being here, giving us a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. That's important to me. We do have a Rice for Life program Lorelei and I are doing. We're rounding up some money to buy a bunch of rice for New Year's. to pass out to the poor children of the Philippines. So we're working on that. There's a link to our PayPal account pinned at the top of the chat if anybody wants to. Dee says, I love meditation. Sanders in the house. Charles in the house. Hello, 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 everybody. Sanders, thank you for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for saying hello to Crystal and all kinds of wonderful people in the house tonight. Definitely not a lot of practice bringing back to the focus. And this seems like a great program. Oh, okay. Okay. I teach young people. Nice. I just finished Operation Show about, I did attend it. Wow. Wow. So you're staying busy, which is another key. Sanders, thank you for being here. Did I tell you that already, Sanders? I think I did. I was watching you walk the doggies the other night, man. So I tell young people, and maybe Sanders, who's a wise old man, you have any thoughts about how to deal with the loss of a loved one, Sanders? But I tell young people, it's the same thing with who you hang around with. If you hang around with kids that are doing negative things, what's going to happen? You're going to get negative results. If you're hanging around with positive people, you're going to get positive results. If you're an employee at a company, you don't want to hang out with the employees that are the bitchers, whiners, and complainers, and the slackers. You want to hang out with the employees that are the go-getters, the hard workers, the people that have a happy face. Whether they hate the job or not, they're coming in doing the job. It's the same thing about your grief. And I'm not a grief expert, I'm just a life coach expert. But that's my suggestion. Positive, positive, positive reinforcement. Yes, finding my purpose and keeping sober for the most point. Well, there's no for the most point. You either are or you're not. And I've been blessed. I've never had a drug or alcohol problem, but everybody around me has. I got a lot of family members and friends, and we know a lot of people. And I told you I lost my brother to alcoholism, and he just couldn't beat the demon. And I think it's the hardest thing that anybody can do is to stay sober. I just think it is. And I think, I'm not an expert, so when it comes to this, but I think recognizing in it that you have a problem, or it is a problem, is the best thing you can do. Because when we recognize we have a problem, then we can do something about it if we own it. Dee says, you have a lot of love. One, remember they are in a better place. Yes, which is heaven. You don't know they're still with you. Importantly, God is with you. Guns and Ammo is in the house. So how are you today, Gun and Ammo? True. And a company where you actually contribute. I just finished addictions and community support, but the practicum, I won't even go there. Yes, yes. So, and look, guys, there's nobody that can keep you sober. I couldn't keep my brother sober. Back years ago, I tried. I couldn't keep him sober. He had to do that, and he couldn't do it. And I tried many ways, but he couldn't do it. Yeah, Sanders is right. Best thing to do is to keep the best times you had with them close to your heart. Our good friend JJ, the Dark Knight, is back. Hello, how are you? Thank you for being here. How are you doing tonight? So we do appreciate you being here and your thumbs up, of course. So that's kind of my recommendation for dealing with the loss. I think you need to grieve it. I think you need to let yourself have some time to break down. I'm going to tell you guys a story. Sanders knows I like to tell stories. But doing good, Dark Knight says, thank you, Dark Knight, for being here. Years ago, and I had a friend, and he had a wife. They had a kid, known him since high school. The kid, who was 20 years old, or 19. I think he was 19 at the time. He was killed in a car accident. So, and now granted, the male friend was stepdad, but he raised him since he was a baby. But he was stepdad and real mom, right? So when son died, of course, all hell broke loose and life was horrible. And one day, my friend came to me and said, "Hey, I'm thinking about divorcing Mama because she's not dealing with the death of her child. Mama's struggling." And he's like, "So the male, I'm going to give her 90 days to get over it or I'm going to divorce her." That didn't go over very well with me. Luckily, and I've known him since we were in high school, a lot longer than that. I've known him forever. Luckily for him, we were inside of a restaurant at the time, because if we would have been outside, I would have jack-slapped his ass. And I simply told him, "What an asshole you are. You can't do that. You can't dictate when somebody starts to heal from a loss. You can't put parameters on it. You can't say something's right or wrong when it comes to these things." And that's the key to understand. Dee says, "Love your channel and your advice." Well, thank you for that. We appreciate that. "I'm so sorry to hear that story. I feel bad." Well, it's a true story, but, that was 15, 20 years ago. So it's okay. It all works out. It's part of life. I know you hear this a lot. Shit happens, and it's part of life, and it really is. Look, as you get older, and I'm older now than a lot of you, except for maybe Charles Sanders, who's on here, and Dennis, if he's still on. But here's what we start to see as you get older. I am now one of the oldest people I know. I am now one of the older people that people know. I am one of them. I'm no longer the young person. So parents, grandparents, uncles, friends, even doctors, people I taught college with, they've died. It's the natural part of the cycle. So I'm entering that age group now where I'm the old person. I'm the older generation. And it is kind of strange and weird and trippy for me. It really is. I mean, when gotta tell you funny, because we can't be too deep on things, because it makes you sad. Here's a funny thing. We had this house bought and built when we were in the Philippines, going to use it as rental property, but we moved back to America, so we're living in it for a while yet. And my neighbors are great. My neighbors are really good young couple. They're barely 30 years old, barely 30. Good people, good paying jobs. They got their heads on their shoulders. Oh my God. We move in, and the young man, who we got to know just a tiny bit, he comes over one day and says, "Hey, can I ask, a couple of questions?" I'm like, "Sure." And he's like, "Well, why is your yard so much nicer than my yard?" And I said, "Well, what do you mean?" And he's like, "Well, and I said, "Well, here's what I do. I blah, 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 blah." And he's like, "Oh, wow." He's like, and I'm sitting there talking to him, giving him advice. I told him some things about his house that he should be doing, things about his yard he should be doing. And I come in after having this conversation with this young man who's probably 27 or 28 at the time. And I tell my wife, I'm like, "I don't understand how I became the old guy in the neighborhood." So, because we're surrounded, because I started to notice that neighbor is 30, that neighbor is like in their 20s, that neighbor, and that neighbor, everybody's younger than me. How in the hell did I become the old guy? Man. But you did the right thing. Oh, of course. And And of course, I don't mind sharing secrets on how to do things. It's not a big secret, but I don't mind teaching. I taught young people all my life. So it wasn't a big deal, but I just started realizing, have I become the old guy? I think I'm the old guy now. Man. Because I remember when I was younger, I would go to my neighbor's house who were a lot older than me and say, hey, my thingy or whatever isn't working. You know anything about that? This is before YouTube was such of a popular thing and you could just Google everything on YouTube. So, I'm like, but that's what happens. That's why, whether we like it or not, we just keep moving and going, moving and going. All right? So, happy thoughts. I tell you guys, we are trying to raise a little bit of money for rice for the Philippines, Rice for Life. Well, I am, but when you got 20-year-olds around you, I'm a lot older than they are, right? So, and maybe, I don't know, but, it's going to happen to you. I know you're a very young person, and it's going to happen to you some days. I want you to put that in your brain. Someday you're going to become the old guy of your world. But we are doing a big Christmas party this weekend. I don't know if you guys have heard. Did you guys hear we're doing a Christmas party? We got a lot of good food coming. Apparently some seafood is even coming. I'm cooking ribs. I don't know, maybe some crescent rolls. I got to hide the candy because I don't want anybody to eat our candy. So, yep, I'm already too old to have wisdom teeth. Okay, all right. Are you ready to be old enough to have wisdom teeth? Yeah, I got you. All right, yeah. Well, wisdom comes with age, they say. And I'll tell you this, that's not true. Wisdom does not come with age. Wisdom comes with experience. And how do you get experience? You go and do things. You open up doors, you walk through the doors. That's how you get experience. And it's just the way it is. But Lorelai, if you guys have seen her live streams lately, she's very excited about the Christmas party. And every time I wake up in the morning, there's more and more decorations in the house. I don't know where they're all coming from, but I know she's not buying them. So she must have a stash of them in the garage. But more and more and more Christmas decorations going up everywhere. Woke up this morning and went, oh, I can see little elves have been in our house. And last night, was it last night? No, Sunday night, we did a live stream where she was on the live stream where we fed 35 kids a biscotti and rolls and juice dinner in the Philippines. So her and her friends did that Sunday night, which was a lot of fun for them and part of our stuff that we just try to do. And we're going to do an auction. Auction? No. Raffle. The girls, not me, the girls who are coming to the party this Saturday, Lorelai was talking to them. My dog. You guys want to see a funny dog? So, do I play golf? No, I don't play golf. I go fishing. So they're talking today, the girls, and the girls decided, hey, we saw what you guys did on your live stream Sunday with feeding the kids. So why don't we do a raffle for some door prizes, and everybody can buy a raffle ticket for $1. And we'll put it in a hat, and all that money can go to buy rice in the Philippines. So I'm like, well, all right, I guess, if you guys don't think that's too invasive or too greedy. So we're going to sell raffle tickets. We have 3 really good raffle prizes. We got 2 that are worth about $20 each, and we got 1 that's worth about $200 each, $200. And that'll be the grand prize. So hopefully we can raise $30 or $40 at the party to buy rice with it. So that's my goal. The biggest fish I've ever caught would be probably 48 pounds. 48 pounds. The next one would be 42 pounds. 48-pound striper in a reservoir, a 42-pound red snapper. So do you like to go fishing over there on the Arkansas River? Sorry, you're on the Mississippi River. The Mississippi River. So, yeah, it's a big striper. It was a very good striper. Very good. Striped bass in a reservoir. So they get kind of big. They get big. And then, of course, all the girls are going to be excited to play video games. Not video games, but Christmas games on Saturday. 1975 says, what? Or W hat. One of the two. He's either saying what or W hat. I love fishing, but I don't get to do it all the time. Me either. It's too cold. I mean, it's 30 degrees here. I can't go fishing now. I'm too old. I'm too sickly, too beat up to go out in 30 degrees weather and go fishing. When I was a kid, I did it all the time. So 1975, I hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well today. Hope things are great in your part of the world, wherever your part of the world may be. I did. I loved it. I mean, I gave you a thumbs up and everything. And I loved it. I thought it was great. I mean, I thought it was one of the funniest things I've seen in a while. I mean, I really did, Charles. I thought it was... and to be honest, I watched it a couple times because I thought it was just funny. But to be honest, I thought, man, I just wish I could get my wife to treat me like a low-budget husband, you know. Man, if I could just get my wife to think of me as a low-budget husband, man, that would be great. But I thought it was funny. I really did. I enjoyed it. So I cut up today the Key Fab video, the live stream from the other night. That's where I was going. You know, they did a live stream Sunday, Lorelai and her friends, and the first part of it was me trying to change the battery in a key fob, which I've never done. First part of the live stream, it took me, and so I'm releasing that video real soon, and that's kind of a funny video. And then then I cut off the rest of the live stream because nobody wants to see all that. So, but the bad thing was, Sanders, was what I kept thinking, man, I pulled it up on YouTube how to do this, and some guy did it in 30 seconds. It took me 20 freaking minutes, you know, to change the freaking battery in the key fob. But it took some dude on the internet 30 seconds. So, but I'm going to post mine as a real life. Here's the reality of trying to change the freaking key fob. Now, I will say, Sanders, I could have probably done it faster if Lorelai wasn't giving me crap, you know, wasn't interfering with me. I could have probably done it in 15 minutes. But now I know how to change a battery in a key fob, and I can probably do it in 4 minutes. So it's just, you know, but it's kind of funny because, man, well, one of the hardest things to do was to get the battery out of the battery pack. You know how they seal those little watch batteries now? They seal them in plastic, and then they put them in plastic and seal them again. A key fob is what you start your car with. So if your folks have a car, you know, that's what they have to use, that little battery pack, that little thing with the buttons on it, that's your key fob. PA Outdoors in the house, thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Thank you for the thumbs up. How are you? What's going on in your cold part of the world? I know what you mean. I had to do the same before. All right. So I did, but I Googled it or YouTubed it because I'm like, hey, you know, I'm going to make a video. I'm going to make a video myself. That video that I saw had like 1.2 million views. So I'm going to make my own little key fob video and release it at 20 minutes later versus 30 seconds. Oh, yeah, yeah. So that's what that's called. Just got home, fed the kids, and now I'm relaxing. Those are good things. Those are good things. You know, did you guys, I know, did you have a productive day? Did you have a productive day? We're sad that you're not coming to the party on Saturday. I can't believe you don't want to drive down from Pennsylvania, you know, and join us from the great white north to the warm southern waters of Arkansas. But we're getting excited about the party. We're going to live stream it. You know, Lorelei's excited. We're going to be raffling well, if it's a door prize, it can't be raffled, right? So we're going to do a raffle for some prizes and use that money to help buy rice for the people in the Philippines. Well, I know you were at work all day, and I didn't want to, you know, get into the detail of what you do. So that's why I was just saying, you know, were you productive, helpful, you know what I mean? So, because I didn't want to ask probative questions about, you know. So we're doing that. That's exciting. So we're going to hit up all the people that come to the party. They got to buy raffle tickets. Maybe we can get enough money to buy more rice. My family lives in Walls, Mississippi. I want to visit Fork, Arkansas when I go back down. Are you sure that's what it's called? I don't know that place. I don't think I've ever heard of that place. All right, I'm going to pull it up and see what it's all about. Okay, so it's, what? It's down by Texarkana. Highways, oh, it's off of Highway 71 and Interstate 49, just past to the west city limits. Well, it's not that, yeah, I guess it is. What is special about it? Yeah, yeah, I see that. No, it's a city in southern Arkansas, southeast Arkansas. Oh, Boggy Creek. Why did you just say that in the first place? Everybody knows Boggy Creek. Come on, man. Just say the movie, The Legend of Boggy Creek. You know, I starred in that. I was the Bigfoot. Come on, man. Yes. I've actually been to that part of Arkansas multiple times. Well, 6, 7 times. So, yes, I just didn't realize one of the towns was named that, I guess. But we've been to Boggy Creek and went running around with some science guys looking for, what the hell were they looking for, frogs? You know, I just kind of tagged along. So, yeah, Fort Morgan is in Alabama. And North Fork is in Oklahoma, if I remember right. The Legend of Boggy Creek. Yeah, come on, man. Just spit it out, PA. I need, oh, yeah, get coffee at the Monster Mart. Yes. Now, I'm assuming, since you know about, and Dee, you might want to look up The Legend of Boggy Creek. I know it's before your time, but you might enjoy it. Yeah, North Fork is a lake in Arkansas. You're right. I'm sorry. And that's correct. It is. It is. I've actually been there. It's a lot like Beaver Lake and Table Rock and all the other lakes right in that chain. So there's a chain of lakes on the White River. But the town that dreaded sundown, you can find it like on Tubi or Netflix, I think, may have it. So you can still find it. I watched it 6 or 7 months ago. You know, it's a horribly made movie, but it's funny. But you know, look. So, are you a believer? Because I've actually seen Bigfoot. I know, I've seen Bigfoot. So, I'm a believer. I'm a believer. It's an amazing film. It can be. It's a film worth watching. You definitely need to watch it, right? All right, good man. Because I've had my own Bigfoot experience. I don't believe I know. There you go. That's a good way to put it. Believe? No. No, yes. That's my point. I know. Because I saw that big old creature on the lake here. Man, sorry. On Beaver Lake, fishing one day. So I know too. I know too. And I also know I sure in the heck wouldn't want to run into him if he's very unhappy. Him, her, whatever. I would not want to run into them if they're happy. Fort Chaffee down in Fort Smith, Arkansas. That's where they have right now the Flying Razorbacks, the fighter squadron, the Flying Razorbacks. Now, back in the 80s, when you were there, were you there during the Haitian crises? Sanders, were you there when they brought all the Haitians to Fort Chaffee? I think they were Haitians, right? Yo, Sanders. Thank you, Dennis, for the membership. Oh, good job. Dennis gave out some memberships again today. Diana, Soul Soother, is in the house. Everybody say hello to each other. Diana, PA, say hello. Galactic Gaming. What's some really famous small American towns? Bentonville, Arkansas. There's one of them. Skidmore, Oklahoma. Skidmore, Missouri. Welcome. It's random, but it's the thought that counts. How's it going, PA? He's having a good day. Woohoo, Pig Suey. Pig Suey, Pig Suey, Suey. Yeah, our crappy Razorbacks. Can barely get to 6-6 this year. A lot of famous small towns out there. There's a lot of towns that used to be big, but now they're small, and they were famous at one time, but now they're not. So that's another interesting thing. But right now, Bentonville is considered one of the most famous little towns in the country. No, I can't remember. Spent my majority of the time in the field training. Well, it was sometime in the late 80s, early 90s. I think we had the Haitian refugee issue, and we had a lot of them there at Fort Chaffee. Fort Smith has some cool things if you like history. We went to the U.S. Marshals Museum last year. Really enjoyed it. It was cheap, like $12 to get in. Really enjoyed it. It's a way better museum / education center than you'd ever imagine. And it has way more to do than just the U.S. Marshals. It's really good. There's Fayetteville, like you said, Bentonville, and there's also Little Rock, which is huge, if you call it a town. Well, Little Rock's a town or a city. I'd call it not a nice place to live, but it's definitely there. Diana's saying, hello, PA. Hello, PA. PA fed his kids. He got home from work. He's sitting down to enjoy us, Diana, is what he said. He said, I need some entertainment. So I came over to this here channel to see what was going on tonight. I've been working on the, Diana, we got some cool things happening, new things. I've been working on the, remember the live stream Sunday night where Lorelai fed the kids? And you remember the first part with the key thingy? Well, she did a horrible job on my phone trying to record it, so it's really useless footage. So I've been able to take the live stream and cut it down, and I'm making a video out of the key fob part of the live stream, and going to be releasing it soon. So, but we were watching part of that video today. It's quite humorous looking back upon it. So I'm really glad nobody had any confidence in me, and getting the key fob fixed. But I did it. But some of the cool things is she was talking to, a couple of her friends about the Christmas party, right? And they're lining up. So we got the Dirty Santa squared away. They're figuring, and I told her, I said, you guys got to get organized. We can't just have a drunken free fall. You got to get a little organized. And, but today Lorelai told, I guess some of her friends saw and I posted it on Facebook, so I kind of made them see it, what we did with the 35 kids, right? That's where I was going, Diana. So they saw the food thing, and they saw that I announced that we're also doing a rice drive for the Philippines so that we have more rice to give them. So, but one of her friends said, hey, I know we're doing these games and we're going to award prizes. So why don't we do a raffle for these a prize or two? The raffle tickets can be $1. Every raffle ticket somebody buys or puts into the kitty, the dollar, we can use that to help buy rice in the Philippines for New Year's. So I told her, I said, well, I guess if you guys don't think it's too cheesy, okay. So I got to go buy lottery tickets, raffle tickets in the morning. But, so we have 3 gifts that we're going to be drawing for. 1, 2, 3 levels, right? And a couple of them are worth $20 each. And the one is worth about $195. So I know that personally. So it should be exciting. And another little way for us to bring a little bit of rice to the Philippines. So that's what they're doing. So I'm not playing Dirty Santa. I'm just sitting back watching. I think Lorelai is going to try to facilitate it. I think. But apparently the girls are all very excited about Dirty Santa. Then they're looking at playing a couple other funny little silly games. And they got to, I don't know how it goes. But no. We'll let you guys have fun with the Dirty Santa. I don't want to be involved in anything that sounds like a sex scandal, Diana. I have a reputation to uphold on this here YouTube and stuff. So, no, there's gonna be a lot of people. So, well, I got other things I need to be working on. I got other things to work on. I thought they grew rice there, but I'm okay with it. No clue on my end. Well, Diana's going to have to explain to you Dirty Santa when Diana, and I'm going to talk to you about rice in a second, PA. But Diana told me one time, said, hey, we should play Dirty Santa at the Christmas party. And I told her, I said, you do realize I'm married, right? I can't be playing Dirty Santa with people. But that's not what it means. It's not what it means, PA. Get your mind out of the gutter. Well, they do grow some rice in the Philippines, this is correct, but they consume way more than they grow. And rice prices in the Philippines are skyrocketing. And truly, when they say rice is life in Asia, they mean that. I mean, it's their staple food. They make rice, and they get to add a little bit of meat and vegetable with it. So you're looking at 80% rice, 20% meat and vegetables to usually go with it. That's kind of the ratio. Sometimes if you're wealthier, you might get 50-50 or 70-30. So, but what we're doing is we're going to try to get there's these great big huge bags of rice in the Philippines. We're buying one without question. And we're just going to try to get people to donate enough that we can buy 2 more bags. And then Lorelei's friends in the Philippines are subdividing all of those up into 5-pound sacks. So it's going to be like 150 pounds of rice. And they're going to divide it up in 5-pound bags and give it out to these 35 families. Diana says, whatever, it's only about gifts just because you have a dirty mind, PA. Yeah, I told him that. So Dirty Santa is, I thought it was called White Elephant or something like that. I guess what you do is you get a bunch of gifts, right, Diana? And you go around in a circle. And when you opened up your gift, somebody else can steal it. Then somebody can steal it from them, and somebody can steal it from them, but only like 3 times. So you never know quite sure what you're going to wind up with. You may wind up with the gift that you brought. I don't know how exactly it works. So we're going to live stream the whole thing, PA. So you guys come and watch the live stream and join us. Don't judge me, Diana. Honest question. Dee says, I'm going and praying for your dogs. Thank you for that. We appreciate that. Sorry, not a minute. I got it. I understand what you mean. Yeah, I heard the silent Santa. When stealing is horrible, dirty stuff would be better. Okay. Everyone that is going to play Dirty Santa brings a gift. The first person picks the gift, opens it. The next person picks the gift. They can steal yours, but gift can be only picked 3 times. All right. So how do we decide who's going to go first? You draw a lottery? Is it like by lottery or, It'll be fun. Everybody's excited about it. And they're the ones that came up with the raffle concept. Her friends did. Like, make a deal with gifts. Yeah. Yeah. Why did they just say that, PA? That would have been a lot easier. Yeah. Well, I think, you got to draw numbers or something. We'll get a hat and put a bunch of numbers in there, and the one that gets a letter gets to go first. Or, maybe I'll put something else in the hat, and the one that gets that gets to go first. You just have to make sure they don't cheat. Yeah, so PA, that's what we're doing on the 14th. Just having a big old Christmas party. It should be fun. We'll have a lot of food. Everybody's welcome to join us. So, but we are going to live stream it. And that's what I mean. I'm going to live stream it, so I'm going to be moving around some, trying to entertain you guys. And then we got some special things that nobody knows about that's going to happen. And I don't know how well that's going to go, but we're starting at 5, and Lorelei's over at this other little children's thing during the day. So I got a couple of my buddies who are going to come over about 3-ish, who live here. They're going to come over and just hang out and help me make sure everything is squared away for when everybody starts coming here. It's dirty because you take a gift from someone. Well, you don't know a bunch of Filipinas that when they think dirty, they think dirty. I'll be in the mountains if I ever get the internet. I'll try to pop in. Ah, yeah. What do you need to enter? You got to bring a gift, Diana. I don't know. They all came up with a dollar amount. That, for the Dirty Santa, you got to bring a gift to put your gift into the kitty of gifts, like the ante in on poker. You ante in your gift, and I think they had a dollar thing. Like, I don't know how much it was, but let's say you say everybody has to bring a gift that costs from $15 to $20. So, and then that's what it is. $20 minimum. Okay. I haven't paid a whole lot of attention to it, Diana, to be honest. The raffle, For the big prizes, we're going to charge $1 for a ticket. So that's going to be something different they came up with today. Because I have a really great door prize. I think is a great door prize. And then we wind up realizing we have a couple other really great door prizes. So they wanted to raffle those to help for the rice. So that's kind of what the deal is. Be a lot of food, a lot of drink and merriment. I'm making eggnog. I'm making eggnog. I went to Walmart and bought it, so I'm making eggnog. I do need to make a secondary drink, but I haven't quite figured out yet. I need to get that figured out. What the other fountain is going to be full of. It may just be full of something. I don't know yet. And we got, we do a lot of little parties, and yeah, it works. It works. They all have a lot of fun. There will be, what we should do, for everybody who's married to a Filipina, you guys will get this. What we should do is take a bet. I should start taking bets from anybody and everybody. How many pictures of the food will the women be taking before we're allowed to eat the food? That should be the number one bet of the night. Because that's usually what happens. I told you at Thanksgiving, my friend that was here, who's never been here before, he's standing there with his knife and fork and his plate going, "Can we eat now?" I'm like, no, it's a little early. They got more pictures to take. The turkey's going to be dehydrated by the time we get to it. I'm like, I know, but they're not done taking turkeys and videos and, rearranging the food and turning it one way or turning it the other way, getting another picture of it. So I'm like, no, you just got to be patient. I said, I told him, in this house, we don't cook food to eat. We cook the food so we can take pictures of it. It's not about eating the food here. So that should be probably the bet of the night. But I have kind of have a system. I tell the girls, all right, we're going to eat in 5 minutes, so you better get all your picture taken of the food done. Because people need to eat. We can't stay here all night long and just eat and take pictures. I know, Diana, I know you don't. Most people don't. But the women from the land of the Philippines, they do. And they do a lot. They do a lot. And they do a lot of pictures, Diana. You will be shocked. There'll be cameras everywhere. And they will be taking picture after picture. They'll be taking selfies of their little glass. All night long. Just telling you. Just telling you. It's a little crazy. It's a little intense, but it's all right. You get used to it pretty quick. You get used to it pretty quick, so it's kind of funny. So that's our big plan for Saturday. Evelyn's World is back. Thank you for being here. How are you? How are things in your part of the world? It's cold here. It's too cold. I demand a refund from the weather. You're doing good? Nice. It is down to 32 already today. I know. Well, Diana, they're not going to take pictures of you. They take pictures of themselves. They take pictures of themselves. It's not about others. No, Diana, you got it wrong. They love to look at themselves in pictures. So you see it in the Philippines even. You got women walking down the street in the Philippines taking pictures of themselves walking down the street, I remember you. Well, thank you. Everybody say hello to Evelyn. Do you remember me fondly? Was I a nice person when you were here last? Yep, I remember you. Egos much? Jesus. Yeah. Remember, I've told the story back at my old house where we had a pool. We had pool parties a lot. And one year we're having a big pool party, and there's a lot of Filipinos there. And they're all taking pictures, and they like to take group pictures of themselves. But they're all taking selfies, and this little American girl comes up to me and says, "Hey, why do they take so many pictures?" And I said, "Because they're breathing. It's just what they do." Diana's saying hello to Evelyn. Evelyn, thank you for being here. Thank you for giving our channel a thumbs up as you come in. I do have a wife. I got lucky. I married the most beautiful Filipina, obviously, ever to come out of the Philippines, because it'd be kind of weird if a Filipina came out of Korea or America or China or Canada. So I married the most beautiful Filipina that came out of the Philippines. So I have a wife. How about you? Do you have a spouse? Do you want a spouse? PA, I would never judge you, my friend. No worries. Yeah, Diana's not going to judge you, but I will. I'll be happy to judge you. I'll be happy to judge anybody. Well, my wife's not here. My wife is working. She's a hard-working lady. You know, I send her away to go break bricks. She has a job where she breaks brick all day. You know how they bust up rocks? I make her go do that all day. And she works until midnight doing that. So, oh, you're not bothering me. We're glad that you're here. No, she's just at work today. She doesn't get off work until 4 or 5 hours from now. So it's just me. Evelyn's world, am I not enough? Am I not enough? You know? But yes, my wife does live streams on the weekends a lot. So she does them on the weekends. I do them during the week because I'm bored because she's not here. On the weekends, she does them because she's up late because she tries to keep her work schedule the same. So, bother him, Evelyn, yes. Nah, nobody bothers me. If I was worried, Evelyn, to be honest, if I was worried about people bothering me, I wouldn't be doing a live stream, right? I like to answer questions. I just like to have fun with it. So, but we've been married 10 years. I finally got her 10th year wedding anniversary. A little late, but I got it. I got it, Diana. I got the 10-year wedding anniversary. And it's being sized right now and should be here in another week or so. So she finally will be getting her 10th year wedding anniversary gift. And it might have to slide into Christmas a little bit. So, but she's very excited about it. Very excited. It probably won't be ready for the party to show off. But she's very excited about her gift. You know, very excited. I'm telling you. You know, so she's really happy. And she picked it out. So, you know, I've learned enough in life that the best thing a married guy can do is just let his wife pick out the presents. You know, hey, just pick it out, because every time I buy it, it winds up getting returned. No, you know, those aren't the right backing, or, you know, and I'm like, well, just take them back then. If you don't like them, don't keep them, and all of that mess. But when she gets it, I don't want to give it out too much because I want to let her have the joy of showing y'all how do you girls do this? You girls accidentally kind of do this. What is it? I see girls all the time with their jewelry or kind of accidentally showing off, you know. Well, you know, my finger itches. Oh yeah, this, you know. So But we got it. We finally found the right one. And she'll probably get it in another week or 10 days or so. So she's very happy about that. Well, they do. They, you know, it makes them feel good to say, somebody cared enough to buy me, one of these. Is kind of where I know Lorelai goes with it. So, PA says turning 43 on Monday, birthday camping in the mountains this weekend. All right, got a couple questions for you, PA. Are you taking the wife with you? Is the whole family going? Yep. Happy birthday to you, of course. Are you taking the whole family? What are you doing? I'm kind of curious. And what kind of camping are you doing? Are you doing primitive camping? Or are you going to a campsite with a camper? Are you going to a fancy hotel and going camping like I would? The fiance and I. Woo-wee. You want some alone time with the honey, huh? Man, I've done that. That's hard on the back. How cold is it gonna be? What, are you crazy? Oh, you're doing the old bringing the heater and everything. Oh, all right. When Lorelai and I were first married, we camped a lot in tents, and we enjoyed that. Then we got dogs, and campgrounds don't like dogs very much. Hopefully cold as hell so you can do a lot of snuggling, wuggling with the heater. Is that what you're trying to say? You want it to be nice and cold so you can snuggle? Man, I can just do that at home. Well, technically I can't, because when we try to snuggle, wuggle, the dogs get between us. They get so jealous. But that's good. Well, Lorelai and I used to camp. We got all of our camping gear. We just haven't done it because we have the dogs. Snow makes good videos. It does. It does. And it's easier to see Bigfoot tracks. Just remember that. It makes it easier to see Bigfoot tracks. It makes it easier to see if they've reached up and hit branches as they walk through, because you can see a branch that had some snow knocked off of it versus the ones that doesn't. So keep that in mind too. You going to go Bigfoot hunting while you're doing it? Evelyn says, I am so lucky I find you. Well, thank you. That makes me feel good, Evelyn. Thank you very much for that. We appreciate that. We appreciate everybody's support. We appreciate you telling everybody that you know about our... Here's what I want everybody to do. I want you all to go out and tell everybody you know, look, I found the greatest YouTube channel the other day, but I want to tell you about the adventures of the Philippine-American couple instead. So that's what I want you to do. Sleeping in my car, I'll be bringing my heater. It looks like a mini fireplace. Oh, that's cool. A mini fireplace. Yes, we got power. We got power. Always. We like kind words, Evelyn, so thank you for that. Yeah, we used to camp quite a bit. And we had an older couple that had a little R-pod, and they were crazy campers. They camped a lot, and a lot, and a lot, and a lot. So we would go out and spend a few days in the same general area as them and hang out with them a little bit. And we would just fish and go run around. But after we got doggies, that kind of weaned off. And then I was in a coma, got sick, and I kept going downhill from there. I had a episode, I think the last time we went camping, Lorelai decided enough was enough because my medicine got mixed up. And it sent me into it plummeted my heart. So, I almost died in the tent because the medicine made my heart drop so fast. Luckily, There's another one that I was able to take to get it back up. But I think after that, Lorelai's like, well, I don't know, man. Yep, we got power multiple places. Yep, on the outside of the house, through the garage, even everywhere. We got plenty of power. I think that was Lorelai's like, well, you know, maybe we shouldn't do this. Instead, we go hotel camping. We go to cruise ship camping. You know, that's what we do. We go camping a different way. We uh, we like to go to fancy resorts and camp in luxury beds now. So, and have breakfast in the morning out on the terrace. So, you scared her? Yeah, it's not the first time either, Diana, sadly. Oh, it's all right, Evelyn. It's just, there was just, I don't remember exactly what happened, but I took too much medicine or I got over, I don't know. But I went down in the tent and there wasn't a living soul that was going to get me up off the ground. You know, it dropped my blood pressure so low that it wore, maybe it just wore off. I don't know, but I think that was, we were like, well, you know, not the brightest thing to do. You got to do the tent. Yes, we have a nice tent, and we have all the camping gear. You know, when we moved to Southern Alabama, I wouldn't mind doing. I think it'd be fun, and I've never done it before. I think it would be fun to go beach camp somewhere for a night, to go find somewhere where they allow you to pop a tent on a barrier island or something where no campers are, but you could go tent camp. You know, I think something like that would be fun to go spend the night because we've done that. We've gone out from our place, our condo or Airbnb, and went and sat on the beach until 2 or 3 in the morning. You can't light a fire or anything, but we've sat out there and really enjoyed. So I think it'd be kind of neat to do that. Evelyn says, I have to go. All right, Evelyn. Well, thank you for being here. Thank you for your kindness. We appreciate you. Take care, Evelyn. So that's nice. I know there are plenty of resorts where you can rent a park model that's right on the beach, and those are kind of cool. It can be a little pricey. HDN's in the house. Hello, everyone. They have a place in the Tampa area. Nice, nice. I just think it'd be kind of cool to do that, right? We're guys where you could go to a barrier island, you know, somewhere where there's no power, no people, no, you can just sit out there and have a fire, but you can just kind of sit out there and enjoy the night all night. I think that would be kind of nice. So. But we thought about it, to be honest. We thought about buying an RV and not owning a home. We thought about becoming full-time RVers. We really put a lot of time and energy into studying it. And we just decided with my health, it probably wasn't the smartest thing to do. Henry, how are you tonight? Hope everything's going well. Henry said hello to Diana. Thank you for the thumbs up as you came in, Henry. So, you know, yeah. But we did. We looked really hard at doing either a fifth wheel or doing a motorized coach and looked really hard into it and thought long and hard about it. And looked at just traveling and living in RV parks. This is before we had dogs and all of that. And we realized if we got pets, we wouldn't want to do it because a lot of RV parks are not pet friendly. And if you got a pet, you got to keep them on a leash. You got to pick up their poo. Just not the way I want my dogs to be. But we did. We looked at it really hard. I mean, we were going to invest probably 150 grand in a motorhome is what we were looking at. And but the gas, the insurance, the maintenance, the stress of driving, all of, you know, with my health, setting it up, tearing it down, so to speak, dumping the black water, filling, all of that just seemed like it probably wasn't a good plan for Lorelai and I. Henry says, I am doing. Diana's asking you, how you feeling today, Henry? Henry said, is it still raining where you're at, Henry? Maybe he's being affected by the rain. We didn't know. The sun started to come out here a little bit today, but not by much. But yeah, we thought about it. We thought about going on the road. That's what I figured. Henry and I are a lot like when it comes to that, man. When the weather changes, Jesus, man, we can feel it coming. I can feel it coming. I tell Lorelai all the time, if I wake up in the middle of the night and my ankle and knee are screaming, I know there's a storm front coming through. The barometric pressure changes and it just messes with our blood flow and everything. So, well, Henry, you gotta just take it easy and what is it, turmeric? I think turmeric is good for inflammation. Heard it in your Nancy. Yes, just doing. Yeah, that's man speak for we feel shitty. Evelyn says, I am back. Diana hates the rain too. I like the rain if it's 75 or 80 or 85 degrees out. Fort DeSoto. Yes, Fort DeSoto. There's other places you can do it too in Florida, I know. Primitive camping on the beach. But I just thought that'd always be fun. Evelyn enjoys the rain. Sanders, do you guys camp at all with the kids or the wife? Or I know you got the dogs too. So what's your PA is taking his woman camping so that they can do a lot of snuggling in the back of a truck, apparently. What do you like to do with the family? Would you rather go to a resort or a campground? I caught that man's answer. I know. Yeah, the rain bothers me every time. It's because we're not spring chickens anymore. I'm telling you. We're just not spring chickens. Yeah, and I just think that's the way of, like I was telling them earlier about the person who passed away and their family. You know, we look around one day and we start to become the elders. Nice. Look, Sanders, I think Philippine women do great with camping. Hell, they're used to cooking on the ground anyway. So, Nisa, how are you? Thank you for coming in. Thank you for the thumbs up, subscribing to the channel. What part of the world are you from? And how are you doing today? You're from Indonesia. Outstanding. It's one of the countries on my bucket list. I would very much like to see that. So, how are you doing in Indonesia? Why did I say a bad word? Because I'm a bad person. That's probably why. My wife's not here to reprimand me, to keep me in line. You know, Evelyn, that's why. If my wife was here, she would smack me for it. So, Indonesia, in the house. Thank you for being here. I know. Violence in the household. I'm telling you. Yeah, I think Sanders taking them camping would be a great thing, man. But, you know, let them experience it. Kids love camping, I think. It wears them out, makes them sleep. So I think that's the one good thing about taking kids to camping is they get really tired and want to go to sleep. So that's a good thing. I'll show this. Evelyn. There you go. Evelyn did a bad word too. That's all right. We don't mind you being crazy on this channel. We respect everybody. no matter what country they're from, what religion they are, what color they are, what food they hate or not. We don't care. Made it home, got back to check in with the boss. Yes, yes. It's shocking that my boss hasn't been buzzing my phone all night, as she usually does. But they've been really busy at work. They got some computer issues, so she's actually been making a little bit of overtime, which is a good thing. Never hurts to make a little extra money. But she's just excited about the party. She's excited about her wedding anniversary gift. So we finally got that picked out this weekend. She is, stoked to high heaven for it. Got to check in with the boss lady. Say, hey, boss lady. I ordered some stuff from Amazon today for the dogs. No, I didn't buy you any food. Don't look at me. We ordered some nanny cams so that we can watch our dogs, because we don't know what's going on with Daisy. I don't think it's heart failure. I know she's in heart failure, but what happened the other day wasn't heart failure. I think Tim, who was here last night, may have hit it right. Maybe she's pinching a nerve, and it's causing her to freeze up and tighten up like a statue, and that's what the problem is. Diana says, my feet are swollen and they hurt. Do you wear compression socks? Mine hurt. Mine never swell. Luckily, sadly, my ankles never swell. But when I retain fluid, I retain it around my heart. That's part of my heart failure, Diana, is my fluid stays in my chest. And that may have been what was happening last night. I don't know. Well, what I recommend, not because they paid me money, but this brand called Nano Socks. Nano Socks. And they're not a full sock. They stop before they get to the toe. They're called Nano Socks. They got them in different colors and different sizes. Man, they are fantastic. I wear them now when my ankles are hurting, because my ankles are so bad, and it works really, 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 really well. And they work with socks. You can put socks over them or under them, and they work in shoes really well. But they are really good, Diana. Nano Socks. Evelyn says, what are you allergic to? I am allergic to being poor. I am allergic to girls flirting with me. That's a no-no. I can't have girls flirt with me. I'm allergic. I'm technically not allergic to anything, except for people that don't behave well, I guess. I don't know. I have no allergies, except for allergies. Yeah, and that's why you might study these. You might look them up on the internet and see. They're designed differently. They're not just compression socks. So Soother says, trolls? Oh, I'm allergic. Well, I like the trolls because we need them. We need them for a healthy YouTube channel. I find that other YouTubers are now preaching the same thing. I'm going to take credit for it. Since I started preaching about how good trolls can be for your channel, I see other YouTubers now preaching the same thing. But we're allergic to the bad trolls, but the trolls that we can take advantage of, Diana, are the ones that we like. So, but I don't know. But Evelyn, I guess that's all I'm, allergic to. I guess, I'm allergic. I need to stay away from beautiful women. I know this, because anytime I'm around beautiful women, they want my name, they want my phone number, they want all this information. And I can't do that. I'm married. And so, I have to, just, that's it. I don't have bad allergies. Lorelai has bad allergies, but I don't have bad allergies. All right, Evelyn. Well, thank you for being here. Enjoy your evening. Evelyn's one of our young people. So, the young people that come into the house of the young people. But we bought some nanny cams. I bought 3 of them, one for my office and 2 for the house. So when we leave, and we're not going to put them up they won't even get here. You know, they're back ordered. The ones I want are back ordered. So they're not going to be here for probably 2 or 3 weeks. So, but one of my dogs likes to go to my office and sleep. And so I want one in there. So if we can't find her, she might be in there. And so we're going to put one in there, one over here by the doggy door, and then one in the hallway so that we can watch where they're at. I will find you. Okay. Well, thank you, Evelyn. You're always welcome to join us. You can tell 10 people how much fun you're having on this YouTube channel. Then I went and ordered some bottle openers for Christmas. That's my Christmas present to me. Some slippers and gloves. So I'm all taken care of for Christmas now. Bye, Evelyn. So all of the stuff Lorelai needs to get me for Christmas is done and over with. Her wedding anniversary gift is bought. We're going to tag that into Christmas also. So I'm getting a twofer, Christmas present, wedding anniversary present. So she even said it could stretch into her next birthday, but I told her, no, that wouldn't be fair. Only 2 holidays will be okay. We can take advantage of it for 2 holidays. So she's all done shopping for her, I think. And yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting times. I do got a surprise if she's listening, but I'm not going to tell my wife what it is. There is a surprise coming Saturday night, but I'm not going to tell her what it is. Sometimes it's good to surprise people, right, Diana? And that's all we've been doing. Today, we haven't been doing much. We've been laying low, working on the house. I was telling them earlier, Lorelai, and she always makes a really nice Christmas house because she's really into it. But every time I wake up in the mornings, there's some new decoration in the house. I'm like, oh, gee, well, that's different. That's new. So every night when she comes home, she's been working on her Christmas stuff. That gives her a project to do. And we had a little bit of sign of life from her relatives in the Philippines. Her sister doesn't want her visiting her nieces and nephews via the internet anymore because they're rich now, and she doesn't need our measly Christmas and holiday money and birthday money, and she doesn't want Lorelai to influence the children in a negative way by encouraging them to go to college and encourage them to do well for themselves and all of that. But one of them tagged her the other day on Facebook, and that made Lorelai really happy because she hasn't got to talk to her nieces and nephews in months. And she broke her heart the other day. I was in the car, and she mentioned it, and I said, well, it's not your fault. And she's like, I just miss them. I used to talk to them all the time. I'm like, well, it's not her fault. I don't know what we can do. And your sisters told them not to talk to you because your sister's jealous that her kids like you better than her. So she's going to make damn sure, your sister, that she's the first and front and center, and that the children have to kiss your sister's ass. So, I don't know, Henry. Let me look. I don't think there's anything going on. There's no football games, anything like that. Let me pull up Expedia. No, there's nothing happening here. The basketball team doesn't really bring in people from the outside too much. But there's no big Walmart event. Let me look, Henry. Stays, right. We'll put you down in like the Fayetteville area versus Bentonville. Yeah, it's sad, Diana, but I feel really bad because I didn't mean to make Lorelai cry about it, but I was just telling her, you know. Search. Let's see if we can find the one of them that's close to our place. I know the one that Dennis was interested in staying in. Let me see if I can find it. Here. Hang on, Dennis. Or Henry. Let me see if I can find that one. I got to change the... It is sad, Diana. I just don't know how to make it better. I'm not going to kiss her sister's ass. And maybe the only reason they tagged her in Facebook was because Christmas is coming up. Her sister last year came here and we took her everywhere and treated her like a rock star. So I don't know if her sister is trying to say, hey, you need to invite me to your house again, which we're not going to do. And, or I know the kids can't like it because since Lorelai hasn't had anything much to do with them or anything to do with them because her sister blocked her, they haven't got any of their birthday monies or Christmas money. So the Holiday Inn in Springdale, Fayetteville area is only $113 a night. Sleep Inn is $108. The Hampton Inn is $112. This is close to us. Fairfield is $109. Quality is $107. And that's for this weekend. Let me see. Yeah, I would think so. Extended stays, I don't know if you know about those. That looks like $63. A lot of times those are booked up because they're extended stays. But I'm looking at the hotel. I'm going to try to find the hotel that's closest, literally the closest one to us. But all of them are really close because we live fairly close to the interstate. But there's so many freaking hotels. I think the one closest to us is like $120 a night. Super 8 by Wyndham is that one. You can't make it better, just like I can't with I know, Diana, but, you know, I feel bad because if anybody's to blame, it's me because I'm the one who said, look, if any of you kids, and we'll pay for it, get a nursing degree and you want to come live in America, and if you come here, I'll help you. And then if you're living here and if you're doing good and you're nice to your auntie, I will leave you. Everything I have goes to Lorelai, and everything Lorelai has, you can have. Meaning a home that's paid for, cars, money, investments. And her sister got mad about that. So yeah, the Henry, let's see, Super 8 by Wyndham, which is a nice hotel. That's not the right hotel. That's the wrong color. That's not the right hotel. Well, there is a Super 8 in Springdale. It has a breakfast included for $120. But it's not the one closest. I'm going to figure out where that one is. Hey, it's Jeff, buddy. Hey, Jeff, how are you? Jeff, we appreciate you. I saw that you were busy today myself, so Jeff, we appreciate you. Have a good dinner. Tell your family that we all say hello. I don't know. I'm going to view it on the map and find it. So I kind of feel bad, Diana, because I am the one who said, look, here's what I can do for you. As an encouragement for one of them to come over here and to live by or with Lorelei. All right, so the one in Lowell, Arkansas, Henry, Lowell, is only $110 a night, but it only has Springdale. Wrong. My map moved on me, dang it. But it had only 5 rooms available. Soul Linder is in the house. Hey, how are you, my friend? I'm looking up hotel rooms real quick, so just give me a second. I don't know why my map moved. How are you doing, Soul Linder? I'm going to check availability generally for you real quick, Henry. But the Super 8, which is a nice little place, literally within about 2 miles of my house, maybe 3, is $110 a night. Right now they got 5 available, but that doesn't really mean anything. No, it's a nice looking place. They give you free food too. Breakfast included, $110 a night. And that's not bad. Wow, that's a nice looking place. I haven't been inside of it before. And that's a standard king bed, king room, free continental breakfast. You get internet, sleep speed of 3, 1 king bed, fully refundable, blah, 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 blah. So hopefully that helps you, Henry. How you doing, Daisy? My dog Daisy decided to come over and visit. But yeah, there's nothing too exciting going on. If it was, that same hotel would probably be $200 a night. So I don't think anything's going on in our region. I guess our Christmas party is not that popular. It's not popular enough to make the hotels go up. I'm doing okay. I'm just tired. I wish I didn't have to work Thursday, but at least I have tomorrow off, having 4 days in a row working. Yeah, well, now look, I want to tell you something else there, Soul Linder. You're doing okay. I'm just tired. I wish I didn't have to work Thursday. But all right, I want to tell you this. At least you have a job. I know it gets tiring, but sometimes, you know, we got to try to think a little differently. It's good to have a job. I wish I had a job. My job is doing YouTube. That's not a real job. I wish I still had a job. I would give anything my friend to still have my job. Yep, that should be okay. Yeah, it should be all right. So, Super 8 out on Henry, I think I still got you on Messenger or in the phone or whatever. I'll send you something later or tomorrow, the location. I'll send you our address. Did I ever give you our address, Henry? I'll make sure you have the address. And Diana, I know you have the address, right? So I'm grateful for my job. It's the hours I was scheduled. It's making me tired. I know, and I understand that, and that's okay. What I try to tell people about jobs and careers is don't look at, and I know just work makes you tired. I get it, physical labor, but a job is not who you are. A job pays for who you are. So a job doesn't make you who you are. You make you who you are. You just use that money so that you can be the person you want to be. That's what I used to tell people at the college all the time. Don't take this shit so seriously. Don't do it. Collect your money, go home, and have a good time. Because it's a job. It's not meant to be fun and entertaining. If you get lucky enough where you have a job that is entertaining and all of that good stuff, we'll send it to you again, Diana. That's great. I had a job that half the time I loved it, other time not so much. So I was lucky in that point. But I got to do things because of that job that made it worthwhile, not only through the job, but mainly because it gave me the money to do what I wanted to do. And that's how I see it. That's truly how I see it. So I am very happy. I mean, I wish I had a job, but I understand. And I haven't had a job in 10 years. So I'm probably not the person that can relate anymore to how bad it is to work. Let me see if I can find your message, Diana. I'll send it to you. My father, Linder, says hello and Merry Early Christmas to you, Dave. Well, thank you. You tell him that we wish that he has a great and merry holidays. And if not, I'll email you. I got your email saved, so I'll email it to you. But yeah, I know I sent it to you in the email. And I'm glad that your father is a great supporter of you. And I got a feeling he probably likes your fiance because she keeps you in line. So that probably makes him happy there. So, ouch. But work is, they don't call it fun, right? If it was called fun, we would all want to do it. But it's called work for a reason, or labor, I think it's funny, the term labor, right? To labor, all I can think of is when people, and remember, I taught workforce all the time. I mean, I worked with the Department of Labor, federally and in the state, every day. So I always found the word labor, when people would call me from the labor department, I always kind of had in the back of my head, all I could do is think of pregnant women giving birth, because, they're in labor. So my team did an amazing at practice last night. Excellent. I really feel appreciated that I am the head captain of my team. Absolutely. Now, what sport is it again? I'm sorry. Activity. What are you the team captain of? And can I be the new mascot? Point guard basketball. That's right. Eh, I don't really have any good advice about basketball. I really don't. I didn't play basketball. I don't have any good motivational stuff for you when it comes to basketball, my friend. Um, Dribble the ball well? I don't know. Don't look at the girls in the stands. Don't look at the. Do you have cheerleaders in basketball? Don't look at the cheerleaders. Focus on the basketball. Keep the girls out of your head, so to speak. Since middle school, I've been playing. Nice, nice. I played football and baseball. And I know that every time I got distracted by the girls, it didn't go so well. So that's the only advice I have. Don't get distracted by the girls, because they can be very distracting. So that's my tip in sports. Or if you're a female athlete, don't get distracted by the boys. Well, or the girls. I don't know, but you get my point. You got to focus and focus well, which is probably not something I ever do very well, but. And you said something about you were going to state or something, right? I started up volleyball at the end of January. You're a busy camper. You're a very busy young man. Remember to take time to relax. I had a coach once tell me, and don't listen, this is bad advice. Regretted his advice. He told me one time, you got the rest of your life to have fun and to relax. You only get to play high school sports once. Well, yeah, I get it. I get to play high school sports once, but high school sports mean nothing in the real world. If you hurt your body by playing high school sports, your coach isn't going to give a rat's ass, but it's going to affect the rest of your life. So you kind of got to do that whole take care of yourself without putting yourself in danger. I mean, that's because I broke my arm playing football and banged up my knees and, but no, the coaches were always saying, no, man, come on, you got to get back in there for the team. The team didn't care about me. Coaches didn't care about me. They were just using us to try to win games to look good. So. State basketball. Henry says, I am back. So Henry, let me ask you, did I ever send you our address? If not, I'll try to find your info again and send it to you. State basketball will be Saturday morning, but we leave at 5 p.m. on Friday night, but I've got a 3-hour bus ride to my location too. So you guys are going to stay in a hotel room the night before, right? No drinking, smoking dope, doing drugs in that hotel room, or your buddy's hotel room, or the other buddy's hotel room. All right? You're there to play basketball. You're not there to have fun. You're not there to cause trouble, Remember, you have a girlfriend, so leave all the other girls alone too. All right? Just friendly advice. Behave yourself. Sure, your father would probably tell you the exact same thing. Yes, I will make sure, Henry, I couldn't remember if I sent it to you one time or not, but I'll send it to you. I'll find you in Messenger or email or phone, because I think I got your phone number. I think you're saved in my phone bank. 2 nights, 3 days, yep. See? You're liable to get yourself in trouble. That's a long time. And there's going to be a lot of people from other schools. Trust me, I went on a lot of road trips. And a lot of those girls seem awful cuter than the girls at your school, and a lot more tempting just because they're from another school. Well, that's probably true. Never asked for it. Well, you needed to come here, Henry. I mean, you can only, you don't want to wander the streets, do you? Gee, I wonder where the Christmas party is. Oh, there's a house, a bunch of people. Let's go to that one. You know, I don't think this is the right one. There's no Filipinas of that one. Yeah, I have your phone number. I just got to find it. But I'm going to text you our address. And I'll make sure Diana has it again too. So everybody else has it. Dennis isn't going to make it in. He's too busy closing out some business for the end of the year. So Dennis isn't going to be able to make it in from Canada, which is understandable. He's a busy person and has a lot going on. We should. Just let me know. I can invite you into what Lorelai and I did. I just need your information. Because my wife and I figured out the other day, even though we argued about it and we both kind of won the argument, but when you do a live stream like this on YouTube now, like this one, you can invite people to join it, like on StreamYard, but it's through YouTube. And so her and I did it the other day. She invited one of my other YouTube channels. So I guess I could just invite your YouTube channel. Yeah, because she invited my Fishing with Pack YouTube channel, and I came in on his Fishing with Pack, and she was Philippine-American couple, and we were in the same house. So it was really cool because we were both on the live streams doing, yeah. So absolutely, you just let me know. I'm happy to do it. I really, really enjoy collaborating with other people. I think it's a blast. Yeah, I know, Henry, I know what you meant. But, I just like to point out the fact that, in order to pull up to the house, you got to figure it out. So, but yeah, we met in Fayetteville last time. I think I live up in another 15 minutes north, not very far. Well, I think, I have my email address on my page, right? My YouTube channel is on my email address is on my YouTube page. I think you could just send me some stuff there, maybe, and then we can, or Facebook or something. And, but I think if I have your email address and or your YouTube channel name, we can do it. Craig is in the house, or your phone number is another way, I think. Craig Parrish, thank you for being here. Good afternoon, David. He remembered my name. Man, I am honored. Hello, chat and all. I'm available tonight, or I can do it tomorrow after we're done. Well, we'll have to do it tomorrow. Now, here's what we have to do with this. I have to, when I set it up, so why don't we plan to do it like next week? Because I have to set it up. So I got to get your information, put you in my phone, so to speak. Because when I first set up, I got to click that I want to bring somebody in. If I don't, I can't add later. So I can't be live streaming and add somebody to a live stream. That's not how it works. But I can set it up and then send you an invite before I go live as I set up the live stream. So let's touch base first, and then we'll coordinate one, all right? And I can do that for anybody. I can do it for Craig, anybody we can share a live stream. So it's pretty cool. But we definitely will do that, all right? Be back, someone can't find the right house they're trying to find. Well, tell them the drugs are being sold in the blue house, not your house. I found your address. Great. All right. I know we sent it to you at one point in time. We're really easy to find, Diana. I know you're a little nervous about making their trip. And look, you said the other day something about you had a mechanic friend. What would you call her? I can't remember your friend's name. But you're welcome to bring a friend with you, Diana, if you want. It's up to you. We don't mind. The more people, the merrier. Let's touch base on Messenger. Exactly. And then we can, because what I need to do when I do that is I got to click who's in my system. And I can go and boom, boom, boom. And it sends you a request to join the live stream. And you don't got to join it right away. You can join it later on during the live stream, but the request has to be set up and sent first. Okay, Diana. That's fine. I was just telling you more, more the merrier. Hey, there's Gary. My retired life too. Gary, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Thank you all for the thumbs up, by the way, if you haven't done it already. So how is Gary in the Philippines? What's going on in the Philippines, buddy? Are you coming to our Christmas party this weekend, Gary? You're not coming, are you? I got a feeling you're going to say, no, I'm not coming to your house this weekend. Man, Gary. Crap. Man. You're going to miss the party. Craig's not coming either. He won't fly from Australia just to come to our house for a party for a few hours. Just not very good. Try to make it. We are going to live stream the party, Gary. I'm going to start live streaming 5 o'clock my time, and it's just going to go on and on and on and on. Yeah, oops. Yes, let's do that. You're right on. That's it. And then once we get in the messenger, then it's much easier to do. So we'll get all that figured out, and we'll do a little test run to make sure that it works, okay? But we're happy to do it. I love doing live streams with others, making videos with other people. I think it's great. My retired life too. Hey, Craig. Live streaming the party. Yeah, we're going to start it. The party starts at 5. So I'm going to set the live stream up. I got to work on some battery power and some other things in the next couple of days. But we're going to set the live stream up and just let it go. And now I'm going to be doing some activities and moving around some, showing different things. But yeah, we're going to live stream the Christmas party. I don't want all of you guys with heart trouble getting all bent out of shape and excited about the pretty girls that are here. So you guys, if you have a heart condition, take your heart medicine before the time, and you guys will be okay. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to have a lot of good food. We're doing a dirty Santa. Yeah, I know, it sounds perverted, right? But Diana tells me it's not perverted. So they're doing a dirty Santa game, and they got some other games figured out. And we're doing a raffle. We're raising some funds to buy rice for the Philippines for New Year's. So we have some money, but we're going to try to triple what we're doing in January. So we're going to do a little raffle. If anybody wants to buy a raffle ticket, they can. They don't have to. And the winner, we have 3 prizes. I'm not telling you what the prizes are. We have 3 prizes. 2 are worth $20 and one's worth about $200. I already went out today, took my chances across the street, needed to buy powdered milk for breakfast. There you go. And sometimes crossing a street in the Philippines is taking your chances. And Gary, you may be a tall feller, but you're not a very big feller. So at least with me, a lot of times they might see me and might go, oh crap, if I hit him, he's going to hurt my car. So... But I understand that. Because Gary, Lorelei and her friends in the Philippines, Sunday night, they did a late night live stream because she's doing some of those when she gets off work. So she's doing some light nighttime ones while I'm in bed. And her and her friend Karen, they put together a dinner for 35 of the kids in Karen's area the other day. Went off beautifully. They did a great job. We raised money for it. People donated. The money we got from YouTube and a couple of other people. We used that money to pay for all the food. And so we're doing the same thing. We're gonna divide up rice into 5-pound sacks or bags, I don't know. And the girls, they're going to set up a where they come and get the rice for the families. Well, sent you a message on Messenger. All right. I'll check it here in a little bit. It's terrible crossing the street in my neighborhood. Yeah, It's terrible crossing the street anywhere in the Philippines. Not just unless you're in the province where there's nothing but goats running around and chickens. But if you're in any kind of the city, and they don't heed, they're not, pedestrians do not, understand this, everybody. If you go to the Philippines for any reason, pedestrians do not have the right of way. They do not have the right of way in the Philippines, period. Crosswalks, maybe they exist here and there, but they're not meant for pedestrian safety. So just be aware of that. But Gary, I'm glad you got your powdered milk. I watched for a little bit your wife's video of her midnight feeding the dogs and giving medicine. Good. Gary, I appreciate that. I would like, Lorelai is getting where she likes to do it. Before, she wasn't all that excited about live streaming, getting on the camera, but I think she's getting more and more comfortable with it. And she knows that people like Ronald and you and Dennis, if he's awake, will be there to kind of be positive and support. And there's a few others of you guys who stay up really late that she knows that Henry, sometimes he's up late. Diana's up late sometimes too. So she kind of knows that there's a group of people. She's trying to reach a bunch of more Filipinas and other people, but she kind of knows that you guys can help her. And not that Lorelai can't take care of herself, because she can, but you guys can help a little bit with the trolls if they get out of hand. Yeah, she didn't used to be. When we first started, she didn't want to be. But last couple of years, instead of forcing her to do it, I backed off and said, well, that's all right. That's why a lot of the videos that we've done, I've said, my beautiful wife is behind the camera, because she didn't want to be in front of the camera. Now, it's she's doing, and it makes me happy, because I don't, as you guys all know, I don't mind being in front of the camera. It's just like teaching class to me, so it's not a big deal. But for her, it's bringing her out of her shell a little bit. But I think she would like to mentor more Filipinas. She would like to help more women and talk to them about positivity and, about relationships and learn, but also share what she knows. So that's something I think Lorelai is gravitating towards, is wanting to be more of a leader, a mentor, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know how you call it. I noticed that with other Filipinos on live streams, shy at first, and they get comfortable. That's right. That's right. They do. It's kind of that way. It's kind of the hee thing. And I know when I do this, you guys know what I mean. So it's kind of that concept, but they get more comfortable. And she's getting more comfortable. And I've given her tips, but the real key was I just kind of let her grow into it herself and do it her way. I let her live stream however she wants to live stream. And then I go away and just let her do her thing. But I think she's getting excited about some of that, because she's had a lot of interaction with women in the last few months who she's got to mentor a tiny bit. And I think that makes her feel like she's doing good for others, that she can give a little bit of advice she has to share with others. I think that makes her feel good. It gives her value. And so she's been kind of liking that. And she likes it when some of the idiot men come on, because she thinks they're funny. And, and she likes to play with the trolls a tiny bit. But she also knows a lot of you guys with the blue wrenches, if the troll's dirty, you guys can help her out. So, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that. We like the trolls on our channel. We like to play with them for as long as we can get, so that we can have, likes, views, and all that. Craig says, I'll be asking if you have single friends. That's right. I'll be asking. That's right. And they do. And And they always ask, are you single? You know, so the women, they get a whole lot more attention on the live streams than us ugly men. But I'm going to get one of those cutouts, you know, with like on a popsicle stick with Lorelai's face on it and do my live streams like this from now on. But yes, you know, it's just funny. This week, I need to do some research, learn about post office and the mail delivery system. You're talking about in the Philippines, the mail system in the Philippines, or the mail system in the U.S.? Which one are you talking about? But it is funny, Craig, how the creepy men all comes out of the woodwork, you know. And some of them, you know, there's a lot of really good ones that come out and they ask questions, right? Hey, you know, now granted, they all want to know if you got any single friends, but some of them aren't creepy. They just want to ask questions and learn more because they're fishing for knowledge about the Philippines. Philippines, of course. Well, I'm just curious because, you know, that's going to be a tough nut to crack in the Philippines, understanding mail delivery in the Philippines. Gary, you're such of a funny man. How can I get regular mail in the Philippines? Good luck. You can't, Gary. Are you crazy? Come on, Gary. You know, you can barely cross the street to get powdered milk without getting ran over by a car. You know, a lot of fiber, Craig says. How you can get regular in the Philippines. A lot of fiber. That's right. That's funny. And just got the love when the GPS sends you to the wrong place. Poor guy is so lost right now, trying to find a friend's place that there's nowhere close to me. That is funny. My brother sent me a birthday card, and it made it? Did it actually come to you? How long did it take? How long did it take? And happy birthday to you. That's the funny thing. Yeah, we've done that, Henry. We've been GPSing, and I've gone, look, this isn't right. I don't care what the GPS says. You know, this is not right. I'm telling you, Lorelai, this is not right. Oh, well, you're never going to get it. You're never going to get it. It's not how it works. Come on. You're not going to get it. What he should do is scan it and email it to you. You know, I've told a lot of people that want to live in the Philippines, the best thing you do is not worry about getting mail in the Philippines. But if you do got documents that you need to see, have somebody scan them or take a picture of them and email them to you. That's what we did when we lived in the Philippines. I had a buddy who got my mail, and he would email them and say, hey, look, I got a picture of all these envelopes. Do you want me to open them? And I would say, well, that one can go in the garbage, that can go in the garbage, that can go in the garbage. Sure, open that one up and send me a picture of what it is. Or we would FaceTime and go over it. And then we'd shred them. Yeah, your home has no house number, no street number, and no name. Yeah. Do the women that you're living with, do they have a family home? You know, something that's been in their family a long time? Maybe that would work, something that's been established a long time. But good luck with getting mail in the Philippines. Good luck. I mean, when Lorelai and I was dating, I sent her a box of goodies, which if I would have known better, I wouldn't have done it. But I sent it through the U.S. postal system. And luckily, she had to go by the post office all the time. So she was able to check on a regular basis where it was. And I was able to track it to a point. But need to get able to paper mail? Well, good luck with that. Yeah, good luck. And what you're going to find, Gary, in the Philippines, at the post office or the paper mail system, they're going to agree with you and they're going to tell you, oh, yeah, sir, that'll be fine. Sure. No problem, sir. No problem, sir. No problem. A bigger package, you know. I sent paperwork to the Philippines one year, and I sent a big packet through LDC. So that's another one, like a box, you know, a FedEx box. And you can have somebody do is it LDC, the yellow one? What is the yellow company? LCD, LCD, whatever that one is. So you might be able to get a bunch of mail that way to you, but just telling you. DHL. That's what it was. All right. I've never used them, you know, but I've known people that do that. So you can do it DHL because they're in the Philippines. But that's the hardest thing to do. What I did when we lived there is I had everything go to a P.O. box in America that I prepaid, and my friend had a key. He'd go get the mail a couple of times a month because we turned everything off that we could, killed everything we could, and then he would go through it with me, and I would just literally have him scan it. And there was some documents I said, hey, if you don't mind, hang on to that for me. And when we come back for a visit or we get enough of it, you can ship it to me. But we never got to that point of having enough. Yeah, they work. Balikbayan works. Yeah, we've sent a bunch of them too, Gary. But sending an envelope is a different story. I mean, and your birthday card, what they did was they opened it up to see if there's any money in it. And whether there was or if there was, they would have took the money. If there wasn't, they just threw it in the garbage. So that's what happened to your birthday card. They know what it is. So they open it up to see if there's any money in it. Buy-on box is a different story. But either way, it's tough. It's tough. Unless you have a very, very well-established address that you can use. Just my thoughts on that, Gary. I might be wrong, I don't know, but. And now that you're in the Philippines, Gary, you can't send a Balikbayan box to yourself. Somebody else is going to have to do it for you. Gary says, I am more trusting than you, David. I believe they did not open my mail. You are more trusting than me. You are absolutely correct, my friend. You are much more trusting than I am. I agree with that, and I don't blame you for it. I think it's a good thing. You know, I am returning to the U.S. When are you going to return to the U.S.? And if you return to the U.S. off and on, just have the stuff saved, stay here. What little mail you have. I mean, we got to the point where we got the P.O. box, and in the P.O. box, I only had certain things that I needed to go to the P.O. box. So I didn't do a change of address for all of my junk mail to go there. I did it just for banking, medical, things like that. So only important things that I cared about went to the P.O. box. All the other random junk went out to junk land in the post office in America. So my friend didn't have that much to deal with, and it was all legitimate stuff. So easily if you come back, because, you know, we know couples that live 7 there, 5 here, vice versa, 7 here, 5 there. And that's kind of what they do. They have their mail frozen and collected at the post office, and then when they come back, they just go and get it. So, do you know when, Gary, you're coming back to the land of the free, the home of the brave? The land of the free and the home of the brave. But yeah, I'm not that trusting. I know too many people, too many guys that have sent girls envelopes in the mail in the Philippines, and I would say it's probably 90-10. 10% successful, 90% not. So, no, too many people that have tried to send envelopes to the Philippines. Now, packages is a different story. Because I think they're too big to steal and all of that mess, so. Oh, the dogs are barking. Something's happening outside in the neighborhood. It's too cold out there. It's 30 degrees here. No, 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 no. No, stay. Sit, relax. Don't listen to that bad dog. Nothing for you to go see. I'm trying really hard with Daisy, who has heart failure now. I'm trying to keep her as calm as possible. I don't want her running around chasing after things and all of that. So I'm trying to get her and Lily both to be that way, to be less, hey, let's go check everything out. Because if Lily with her bad foot goes and does it, well, Daisy will follow sometimes. So, it's kind of like the domino effect. And so I've been working hard trying to get Lily to stay calmer and go around. You really don't need to care what the other dog is doing outside. Yeah, to be mellow. Maybe they both need some pot to smoke. My two dogs need to smoke pot. They need to just take a freaking chill. So I've been working on them with that. And of course, Lily's foot is so crippled that she either jumps and hops, or she just nubs it on the ground. And I know it must get sore and tired. So I'm working hard with them to try to get them to mellow out somewhat and just relax. Take it easy. It's okay. Everything's okay. But yeah, so. Oh gosh, we've been on here a long time. All right, my friends, why don't we start winding this one down? I didn't realize we've been on here this long. So let's wind this down. If Henry, you're still there, I will message you one way or the other. I'll try to get that done tonight. The other soul, I would definitely do that. I'll message you. I'll check your message out too. Craig, everybody still watching. Appreciate all of y'all. Hope everything goes well for everybody, and we will try to come back and do another live stream tomorrow night. So, but for now, be safe, be warm, and just relax and enjoy the day. Take care, Henry. Feel better? Yeah, Henry. Craig, we appreciate you. One of these nights, we're going to come and do a little bit later time-wise. So we're going to start later, maybe Thursday night. I think we're going to do a later one. So maybe about, I'll probably go until 9:30 or so. So that's what we're going to do. We're trying to hit different time zones, so to speak. All right, everybody, we appreciate y'all. Take care. Be safe. See y'all soon.